coffee. Ooh, I tell you what, I went to that store, CVS. That store is expensive. I used to could figure out how to get cheap prices and all. I have that CVS card, but my goodness gracious. But I wanted to go fast, so that's what happens when you want to go fast. So how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope everybody's getting out there and enjoying themselves. Let's see what I'm doing. I never know what I'm up to. I don't even know why I'm awake. I want to lay back down. Okay. I guess everybody's probably out and about doing something, so that's fine. I just thought I'd come on and see how everybody's doing. I tell you, this pond I got a package from Noni May. I was going to let her know I'm up here live, letting her know that I got a package from her. So if you're out there, Noni May, I got your package. Hey, Moments of Vanessa, how you doing? Man, I tell you, this pollen's about to kill me. I haven't made anybody mad lately. Sorry. It's been one of those days, You guys check each other out. Crossover, how you doing? How's the spirit world? I made you both a mod so you can check each other out. So what's going on with you guys? You guys having a great day? It's been a long week, I tell you. I hit something on my something in my thing, and I knocked out a few people who, hey, Jessie, dumpster girl, how you doing? Oh, that's fine. I understand. I'm needing some coffee. I know. So what's going on, Jessie, dumpster girl? Why are you in a hurry all the time? She's always in a hurry, that little girl is. She's probably going to go check out some dumpsters. Yeah, when you hit something that makes people mad at you. Hey, Michelle, I haven't seen you. I'm going to make you a mod so you can check everybody out. Hey, it's time for coffee already. It should be time for breakfast. I didn't even have breakfast. I ain't feeling kind of hungry, really. Hey, devil dog, how you doing? I'm going to make you a mod so you can connect to each other. When you're a mod, you can just touch each other and you can connect to each other. Oh, I was on looking at, you know how you look into, don't do it. Just leave it alone because I tell you, I always mess up. I knocked out KK by accident. She came on my live. I hope she ain't mad at me. Oh, well, it is what it is. People get mad at me. What can I do? Stuff happens. Stuff happens. So how's it going? American Silver Patriot. How you doing? Life with Ron. How you doing, darling? Peter Daly, how you doing? How's Australia? Angie Precious World. I'm gonna make you a mod so you can touch each other. So everybody can connect. How you doing, Live with Ron? You want to come up and hang out with me for a little while? I probably was. I did bump into something at that CVS store. Those prices were high. I should have let my sister buy it for me. I mean, my sister could have bought it for me. I would have saved $40, but that's okay. I was just stunned. I'm like, wow, man, I'm going to have to stay out of CVS. But I didn't want to go to a big store, like Walmart's or something. She's going to Walmart's. Hey, Southern Belle, how you doing, darling? How's everything going for you? Y'all all connect, get to know each other. Okay, we'll put that video up so everybody can watch it, Peter Daly. Okay. Hey, Listen Well, how you doing, sweetheart? Y'all check out Listen Well. He's a great guy. He does stories and everything. I was in there. He was doing he tells stories. So everybody check each other out. Yeah, check out Devil Dog. He's a newcomer in the community, so he needs to be somebody check him out and check. He's kind of like a farmer, and he does like farmer. Yeah, listen well. He does a lot of storytelling. You got your coffee ready, Life with Ron? Am I too dim on this? I wonder if I left my dim lights on here. Let me see. No, that's not. I'm not. Why am I so dingy? Let's see if I can make myself brighter. Is that better? I can't see myself. I feel kind of dingy. Hey, devil dog, you should come up and talk about your channel because you need to do that. Do you know how to come into do you know how to come up on panel? I'm gonna put up the link. Hopefully I do it right. Everybody get to know each other. That's what it's all about. I wished I let my sister buy that stuff for me. There's a link if you want to come up live with Ron. Yeah. You need to eat more vegan. No, I don't. I don't need to eat anything. I've been eating like a horse. And I ain't galloping around either. Yeah, those inspirational ones. Moments with Vanessa, you need to check out Lisa. Wait a minute. Michelle Lee. You and her both do those inspirational stuff. Michelle Lee, she's really good. She has the whole group. I'm gonna pin this because I don't want to start telling y'all look for it, look for it. So it's pinned. If Life with Ron would like to come out and hang out with me for a little while, or any of you, as far as I can, to talk about your Southern Belle, you can come up. You don't have to show your face. You have to show it to me, but you don't have to show it on the screen. You can just talk. Everybody connect to Miss Southern Belle. Well, let's get her up to 500 so she can support us all. You know, it's all us Southern Bells stick together. Oh man, my eyes. Anyway, Noni May got a prize. Yeah, why not? You know how to come up on a live stream? It looked kind of, we're getting a lot of wind, you know. Yeah, everybody check him out. Scorpion, he's kind of like he's the cool dude. He kind of gets people out there too and tries to help people grow a little bit better. He gets your numbers. I get you to the destination. I'm the supportee. Yeah, we got the trees and the limbs out there. So everybody help each other out. That's what it's all about. Hey, Big Tim Funny Channel, how you doing? I'm gonna make you a mod so you can touch each other. I'm hoping Life with Ron will come up. Big Apple Stacker, how you doing? Did you like my message I sent you? Ah. Oh, we got Bella. Hello, Bella.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You sound so lovely. Tell
Good morning, good
everybody.
morning.
Good morning. Tell everybody about yourself.
Well, I'm an old-fashioned Southern Belle. My mother was a Southern Belle. My grandmother was a Southern Belle. Her mother, her grandmothers. It's a long lineage of Southern Belles, so I come by it completely naturally. And I don't have a channel. I'm not here to promote anything. I just thought that I would say hi. I would keep you company when you gave me the opportunity. So often, people who aren't trying to build a channel or aren't trying to promote something or sell something don't get the opportunity to just have an old fashioned visit.
Oh, well, I'm here to support all of you. I
And I
mean,
love that you said we Southern Belles should stick together.
Well,
And
I
when you
think
think about it, everybody is south of somewhere.
I know they got a little Southern in all of us.
Absolutely. And even if you're not Southern by birth, you can be Southern by choice.
Exactly. And you tell them what Southern is all about.
For me, Southern is a hospitality and welcome way of living. It's an easy and relaxed um, way of welcoming everybody and of treating others with kindness, respect, and grace.
Exactly. And I think a few Northerners do that too. Yeah.
That's how you become Southern by choice.
I love it. Oh, wait a minute. I got Big Apple Stacker here. Hello,
And when
Big
I
Apple
say,
Stacker.
Good morning, Miss Sotherbell. How are you today?
I'm fine. And we got Southern Belle also up here.
you
How
can
you
just call
doing?
me Belle.
Okay.
Bell, how you doing? How are you?
I'm just fine. Do you have a first name or should we continue to call
No,
you
it's
Big Apple Stacker?
yeah, that's it. Big Apple Stacker. Silver Scorpion, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Hello to everyone in the chat, by the way. I got Nick, Chris, IJ, Nick, and I don't know these people. Silver Scorpion, of course, I do know. How you doing, Miss Sotherbell? How are you?
I'm doing fine, Big Apple Stacker.
You know,
Tell everybody a little bit about who you are and how you do your channel. I can tell them, but you tell them a little bit more about
oh,
yourself.
I don't want to. I didn't come up here for that. I came here to say hi to you. I haven't spoken to you in a while. I mean, I got your text this morning. I always get your text in the morning. I'm like, okay, this is Miss Sotherbell. She's suiting up.
Aw.
She's suiting up. Well, there's a couple of us, Bell, who for instance, actually, I think it's a couple of Silver Scorpion is one of them. We collect which is gold and silver coins.
Oh.
Yeah, we deal with currency. I deal with currency. I don't think Silver Scorpion does, but he does deals with coins. You know, the old Morgan dollars, peace dollars. You know.
He
Are
has
you a
another
collector
channel.
or an
Yeah,
auction?
I'm actually more of a collector. I'm not a seller, but there
Okay.
are people that do sell. There's quite a few people. You got Jack right now, who just good morning, Jack. He also collect. He collects coins. Mickey 007 also, I think he does too.
Is
I
he
know
in here?
yeah, he is also, he also
Oh,
collects
Nick
that I
Moore.
know of.
And why coins? You could collect anything in the world. You could collect glass, figurines, beanie babies. Why coins?
Well, coins is first of all Morgan dollars. I mean, that's what was in our Federal Reserve. I mean, that's something that doesn't exist anymore. I'll I'll gladly show it to you right now. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Let me just. Here, I'm sorry, Miss Sutherland. Am I taking over your show now?
No, no, you go
Oh,
ahead.
okay.
Sheila. I'm trying to see who I didn't make a mod in here so they can connect. So y'all be patient.
Here you go. See this?
Yes.
1893, Carson City. This is a rare coin. There was only a certain amount of these that were minted. This is the front. This is the back of it. So this is actually
Is that the
slabbed
queen?
coins. The queen? No, that is
Who,
not the
who is
queen.
that?
Um. Oh God, you're putting me to the test today.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
That's okay.
Is this a
Um.
US coin?
This is. I'm sorry. This is a liberty. This is an actual
American
currency that
coin.
was. It's an American coin. This was.
Forgive my ignorance. I know nothing about coins, so I just thought I'd let you educate me. And
Oh,
perhaps other
okay.
people in the chat too.
I don't know. Have you seen? Oh God, if you haven't seen that, then you haven't seen.
I will tell you that the only coinage I have seen is what I have spent.
Oh, actually, the quarters. So you've spent. So you've seen this.
So
Obviously, you
if
know
the
what
story
this is.
doesn't take it, I probably have not seen it. So I'm a brand new, fresh set of eyes.
Okay, so you've seen this. You know what this is, right?
A quarter, 25
Okay.
cents, US currency.
Do you know anything about this quarter?
I do not know one quarter from another, except that I believe when I was a child, they started making quarters with all of the different states. That's the only thing I remember.
Okay. Well, this is a silver quarter. This is 90% silver.
Oh,
So anything before 1964 was silver.
wow.
Today, obviously, it's not silver
Of course.
anymore. It's
It
copper
wouldn't
and
be worth 25 cents otherwise.
correct. Well, no, there is. We do have quarters that are worth a little bit more. Um, Today, we do have quarters that are worth a little bit more, only because of the fact that the rarity of the coin is minted. So the mint, they make certain amount of coins. If they made coins that were only 300 of them, 300,000, then it becomes a very rare coin.
Oh,
So this is a Merc dime. It's a regular dime that you would probably not see, but this was before the Roosevelt dime. These are the Merc dimes, 90% silver.
Well,
So,
tell her who the person is on the dime. Do you
oh,
know
are you
that?
kidding me? You're gonna have me start. I have to pull out my book. I forget who these people are.
oh no,
I
it's
forget.
becoming a quiz. What are you going to do? You had no idea this was going to turn
Hey,
into a pop quiz.
I didn't know it was
Seriously.
gonna be a quiz up here now. I would have had to study for some
Bless
of
your
this stuff.
heart.
Here's an actual 2022 American Eagle Gold coin. Here you go. This is what a $10. This is valued at $10, but this is not valued at $10. So this is a one of the uh, um, this is actual gold, American, you know, gold coin. That's what
Oh,
this is. I could bring you further back. I mean,
Hold on for 1 minute, Apple Stacker.
yeah, 18.
Archaeology Mikey 007. What are the women on those coins? He'll tell you.
Yeah, I mean, you got me. You got Barbara. You got the names. You got to go into the book for me to go in there. You gotta have to pull out the book here to start looking through every single. I forget the names. You know how much
I can't
stuff I'm.
believe how complicated coins are and
No,
how much
this
there
is
is
not.
to know. Have to admit, I never really considered it before. I just, looked at coins when I was sitting at the bank or in a long line to pay for something at a store. I truly never
Well,
considered this.
that's
So I'm learning
because
a lot today.
yeah, that's because you won't see that no more. You're not going to see the actual currency today. Here's an 1853. Um,
How did you
this is a
begin collecting coins?
well, I began collecting coins since I was young.
Apple
I
Stacker.
mean, I was collecting. You start out with pennies, dimes, nickels, and you just collect. And now it's you become finding out gold, silver, anything prior before 64, anything prior before even currency. Currency was backed up by gold and silver.
Yes.
Currency was Our old currency was backed up by the money that we have today. Currency is not backed up by anything today.
Correct. We just sell off our national debt to other countries.
Correct. But back then we used to have currency that was you know worth
Right. That was
actually
actually in the treasury
right.
once upon a time. But
It
we
should.
might not be able to get too political because we don't want to put Miss Southern Bell's channel in jeopardy. And she doesn't have a political channel, and we want to honor her
No,
wishes,
yeah,
rules,
we're
and
not going to do that
boundaries
to Miss Bell. I'll show you right now.
because we're blessed to be a guest on her show.
Here's a $10 note. See, it says at the bottom. Can't see it. Why is my camera acting funny today? Hello, is it
Sure,
too
all
much?
those stickers in the back that collect. Lucy Stacker. Lucy
Yeah,
Stacker.
we were paid $10 on the demand. So this money was backed up in 1934. Was backed up by the currency, by money, coins.
Do you have any counterfeit money?
That I don't have.
Hmm.
I don't have anything that's. I have everything that's actually graded. I mean, I have stuff that's like an 1899 silver certificate. So this is what you picked. You went to the bank and you got your silver, which $1. This was it.
Wow.
This was an old currency.
Hmm.
This is actually a large note. I
I
mean,
have to
I
say,
mean,
Mr. Big Apple, that you have your money displayed in such lovely cases. I never even realized that there were display cases in such a manner for coins or for currency. Who
right.
knew? And the other thing I really like about this display in this collection of yours is it must be so compact, because I constantly wonder with people who collect things like glass and figurines, they have such a hard time displaying it all because it takes up so much room and it's so fragile. And yet with coins and currency, it doesn't seem like it'd take up all that much space.
Now, here's your this is $1. It's $1 today, right? 1957.
Hold on for
Oh,
Big
very
Apple. We have
old.
a new person on the panel. Hello, Barbara.
Barbara, how are you?
Hi.
Hello, Barbara.
I actually know a story about currency.
Oh,
Oh,
please tell us.
Yeah. Do you know how the banks detect forgeries? Well, once a year they send at least each major bank sends at least one of their employees to the Federal Reserve Bank and to go through a month full of classes. And during that time, they're there to learn how to detect forgeries in currency.
Oh.
The truth of the matter is, during that whole month, they never see one counterfeit dollar, not one. What they do is they study the real dollar, every aspect about it, the smell, the feel, the um, every single fiber that's in the paper. They study it from top to bottom. They study every little squiggle in the scrolling, everything, and
I
that's
thought they used
how
those markers.
and that's how they are able to and that's a good way for us when we are going through life to get to know the real person or the real thing, because when somebody else says something or about someone, you know whether it's true or not, because you know the real thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad there's some people out there learning.
yeah, there is. There
Yeah,
is. I'm trying to actually show. Sorry, Barbara. Go ahead.
and yeah, they're very, very good at detecting the forgeries, and um, these these tellers, they can tell just by touching the paper if it's a forgery. They don't even have to look at it. They just have to touch it. That's it, and they
Wow.
know because they know it so well.
Yeah.
Because
I
they
mean,
know it. Yeah, because they've studied it.
But let me tell you, Barbara, what about the machines that you put the money in? Can they detect it?
No, 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 no. The only ones that are really, and then, like, for instance, um when your money goes to let's say, for instance, you buy something at the store and that money goes into a bag and the courier takes it to the bank and to sort it out. The tellers have to go through every single physical bill and piece of currency that comes into that bank, and they're the ones that catch the forgery.
Yeah, and a lot of this money here actually, you could actually smell the money too. How this,
Yep. Hmm.
yeah, the money has a different scent,
Hmm.
and
Right.
actually, but you're actually right. There's a lot of fibers in here. Yeah, you have to
Hmm.
look through actually the lube glass, but this is actually the United States, which is also backed up by the gold and silver that we've had today.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, this money currency people don't, there's a lot of money to, um Barbara, you know about the you know about this note, correct?
Well, I don't know the details about specific bills and so forth. There are I have never handled a $500 bill, but I do know that there are $500 and $1,000 bills.
Correct.
But I don't know that much about them. No.
Yeah, they have the is $1,000 note. There's also a
Yeah.
$5,000 note and a $10,000 note. These notes here, they were. This is actually just to hold up my so it doesn't move around in
Right.
my case. I have not sent this out, but in 1934, um, they had the oh god, my mind is like really shot today, but is when we were collecting all the gold, all the banks were collecting the gold and silver. You were only able to have so much gold and silver on you. So the Federal Reserve, when they opened up in 1913, um, they had a lot of 20s and tens. In 1934, they had the act. Oh God, I can't remember it off the top of my head. And everybody was coming in with their gold and silver into the banks because you had to return it. They would do a conversation on it. So what they did was they ran out of the small currency, so they started creating the large notes. So in 1934 is when they started to come up with the large notes, but it was only from that time. Then they stopped making the large notes. So this is 1934. They didn't make this after that, and they only did that because they couldn't have, you know, a lot of these $1,000 notes out there. It'll be a lot easier to transport, um, people if they were dealing in drugs or anything else. It would be easy for them to carry, 50 of these than the actual, um, you know, $20 notes, So, but yes, they created this in 1935, 34, sorry, 34, and they did it to send out the gold and silver. Anybody that had to return it back to the bank, and they started
Barbara, are
giving out
you
tickets.
also a money collector or a coin collector?
No, I am a author.
Do you
Oh,
collect something else or something different, perhaps?
No, I'm an author. I write.
I totally understand that. I just thought perhaps as a hobby you
Oh,
had some kind of collection. Most people collect something of some type sometime in their lives, but perhaps you don't have time for collections. Congratulations on your status as an author.
yeah. No, I've been writing off and on during my life, and but I just had my first the first book, my first writings were have been published this year.
Congratulations. That is
Yeah.
such a milestone. So many
Yep.
people dream of being a published author, whether it's by a big publishing house, a small publishing house, or even self-publishing. So to have accomplished that in your lifetime is so huge. And I want to congratulate that. Everybody in the chat, don't you want to congratulate Barbara on being a published
Congratulations.
author?
Congratulations, Barbara. Are you going to put your book in Amazon or something like that?
Barbara?
She's muted for some reason, and I didn't do it.
I think she
Barbara.
might have pressed the button. Barbara, you're muted, Barbara.
I hope I didn't put Barbara on the spot. I
No,
just
no,
wanted
no.
to
I think she muted
congratulate
us.
and extol her and give her a chance to talk about her big accomplishment.
Barbara, you're
Since so
muted.
many people have that as a aspiration. In fact, she might inspire other people to pick up pen and paper, typewriter, or just turn on their computer and start typing away to fulfill that goal.
I wrote a few poems, but I never did a book.
KK's here.
Now, talking about collections, Miss Southern Belle, do you collect anything? And if so, what?
I collect too much. I can't make up my mind.
Excuse me, but I had a phone call. That's why I muted myself.
Okay, Barbara, what we're asking you is are you going to publish your book and put it on Amazon or sell it in any type of bookstores? Like
it's already published. It's already on Amazon, and it's in ebook and in paperback on Amazon.
So what's the title of your book? Can you put it in the chat?
Title I am part of a group called the Moorhead Friends Writing Group, and we wrote a book consisting of an assortment of stories, and the book is entitled Tales from the Frozen North, and and the author is the Moorhead Friends Writing Group, and I have 3 stories and a poem in there, and it's doing very, very well. We're at the point now where we're making arrangements to do local book signings in the area, and so I'm really excited about that. But I've learned so much about the process of publishing during this process.
Tell us all what Moorhead is.
Okay, Moorhead is what you might call a small city located near a larger city across the river from Fargo, North Dakota. And we are in an area of the country called the Northern Plains. We're about halfway between Minneapolis and Winnipeg, Canada. And because we're close to the lakes, there are Minnesota prides itself with 10,000 lakes. Technically, there's closer to 15,000.
Oh wow!
And I've lived here most of my life. I absolutely love it because of the 4 distinct seasons. I was married to a man from Texas, and down in Texas, there's basically 2 seasons. You have summer and you have winter. There really isn't much of a fall or a spring. Here in Minnesota,
absolutely true. I went to
here
Texas.
in Minnesota,
I went to college in Texas.
Huh?
I said
Pardon
that
me?
is absolutely true. I went to college in Texas, so I can give a second and an amen to that.
Yeah, and but in Minnesota we have 4 distinct separate seasons, and and you do things differently during those 3 seasons. Right now, we are just starting spring. Spring is a shorter season than some of the others. It 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 borrows time from summer. Um, Spring will actually be anywhere from April through June, and then our summer is pretty much July and August, and a little bit of September, and then fall is September up until you get to around Thanksgiving, and then the rest of the time is winter. And winter is of all the seasons is the most beautiful. It's not the easiest to live in. I guarantee you, it's not a especially when you get to my age. Getting out and dealing with ice and snow is balancing is not easy when you have to deal with ice and snow.
Oh my.
But I have some there are some things about that season that I absolutely love that you won't find on any other season, and you won't find it in too many other places in the United States. Like, one of the things that I absolutely enjoy doing is walking out on a crisp, cold winter morning and walking on fresh snow. There is a sound to that, to walking on fresh snow. It's an absolute beautiful sound, just a gorgeous sound. It's similar to a crackling sound, but it's a little bit softer. And breathing in cold air into through your nose is quite exhilarating.
It sounds like a delight for the senses. Sometimes when you think about a cold environment, you just think about the temperature. But hearing you describe that there is a sound, that there is a smell to it, it really invigorates my mind to think of how that cold isn't just a temperature, but that it works on all of the different senses on different levels. I'd never considered that before.
Yeah,
I've got somebody trying. Hold on for a minute. I've got somebody trying to come up in my live.
Oh,
I don't know
I'm
who you
sorry.
are. Oh, that's okay. I don't know who you are trying to come up in my live because you never identified yourself. So you need to drop down and put something in the chat so I can see who you are. Drop down.
Miss Southern Belle, would you like me to vacate to make more room for celebrities
No,
on the panel?
sometimes people come up in my live and they're not in my channel to tell me that they're trying to come up, and I see them down there, but I don't know who they are. So they have to, I've never seen them before. So if I've never seen you before or your channel, I'm not going to let you up. So, you know,
I have to be safe.
You got to be careful who you allow to come up here.
Yeah. So, you know, that's just the way it is. I hope you don't get upset or anything, but
I mean, I'm even surprised that Miss Southern Belle still allows me to pop up here.
I know who you are, but these people need to give me a chance to get to
I know,
you.
I'm only joking, Miss Southern Belle.
Barbara, may I ask if the stories that you wrote in this book are fiction or nonfiction?
Okay, let me tell you something about writing.
Yes, ma'am.
The stories that I write are what they call memoirs. And memoirs are memories that are put down on paper. Every memory, let's say, for instance, if you have two people, even a bunch of people that experience the same thing, each one of them is going to have a slightly different version of the memory.
Of course.
So anyway, what I have done is I have taken these 3 memories and I have, for the most part, the memory is as I remember it. However, I have made changes to those memories so that they become readable and enjoyable for my reader. And that part of it is the fiction part of it, is where sometimes you have to change things so that for the benefit of the reader.
So, Miss Barbara, give us a little example of how you change something small to improve the experience for the reader. Wouldn't we all love a fun example?
Well, okay, I'll take one of the stories that's in the book. There's the one book, and it's called The Christmas Phantom. Now, the Christmas Phantom literally happened to me, but I have heard in other conversations with other people that what happened to me has happened to other people in the past. It's not anything unusual. It is the happening happens to be a very nice way to a very good way to be nice to somebody at Christmas time. And it happened to me. I was the beneficiary of this gesture.
Oh, congratulations.
But what I did was because I thought that the reader that it would not be as, because it happened to me as an adult, I decided that the reader would probably enjoy it more if I wrote it from the point of view of a child.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
And so that's what I did. I wrote it from the point of view of a 6-year-old child.
Barbara, give me a few minutes. I'm going to welcome a few people who came in, okay?
Certainly.
Okay. It's me, Angie's walked in the door. Hello. Art Abandonment's walked in the door. Hello. CDC, Vintage and Mechanics was walked in the door. The guy that came up, I did look at your channel. You have no videos, and I've never seen you up on anybody else's panel, so I'm not going to do you. Sorry. Listen, well, hello. I did speak to you before. Welcome. Buying Spaces, welcome. Another great channel, Crafts by the Roses came. Foster Beard, I saw you come up, but like I said, I've never seen you on anybody else's live. You don't have any videos, any contents that I can open the door for you. I have seen Bella, and I know her. I've seen her up on a live, so I'm not sure. So I'm just letting you know, everybody that's walked in the door, welcome to the live. And you just touch each other. If you're a mod, you can touch each other and connect to each other. Okay, guys. Continue.
It's been a busy door.
I know.
And it just shows how welcoming you are and how everybody's flocking here. And everybody, you make sure you click the thumbs up for Miss Southern Belle, because she is absolutely worthy of your thumb up. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure that you go ahead and click the subscribe and you turn the notifications to all so that you don't miss these pop-up live chats.
And give me a chance, because if I don't know you right away, if I see, like I've seen Bella on It's Me, Angie, give me a chance that if I happen to see you up on somebody else's live, I might know that person. I might can find you and get to know you more if you don't have any subscribers. Robinson Prospect, just come in and pick them up. The places just come in. Thank you for coming in. You guys, if you're a mod, just touch each other. Go to the channel and subscribe. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. The only other connection I have to this community is that I have a daughter who is a reseller. And
what's her name?
And her channel is called Countess April. And
is she a countess?
Well, when she first came on, she got onto a chat, and she noticed that they were having a hard time keeping track of how many pieces were in a lot. So she offered to count them for her. Count them.
Oh.
So they just simply nicknamed her Countess April, and
Oh, that's
it's good.
darling. I love that.
And that's how the story. That's how she got the name. She now does auctions 3 times a week. There's this one auction called was something three something 3 ladies and a redneck, something like that. And it's
Or you could
the
also put her link down in the, you're a mod, you could
yeah.
put her link down in that book that you were
You,
talking about on
if
Amazon down in the
if you
chat
go
if you want.
to if you go to Countess April, you'll find all of the um, uh, she has her own channel where she's with Jam Volkswagen, and they auction on Friday nights. And by the way, if you need to buy clothes, check check out Jam Volkswagen on that channel. Um, he will help you revitalize your wardrobe
Oh,
with
really?
new clothes with tags. Um, he just knows how to pick it. He knows how to pick out clothes for us gals.
Well, why don't
And
you put their links down? Do you have all their links you could put in the comments for us?
yeah,
I
and
appreciate that.
then yeah,
That would
and
be
then
great. I would love to check out April's channel. Now, does
yeah,
she sell her own stuff or does she spotlight others who sell? How does her auction
she
work?
she she sells her own stuff. She also um, there's also another gal by the name of Hemlock. Um, I don't know the full name of it. Um, but there's this one gal by the name of Hemlock. The first name of her channel is Hemlock, and her and this other gal, it's about to get real, and another gal by the name of Ooh Ah Crochet. They are the 3 ladies, um, and the redneck that get
Who is the
together.
redneck?
Oh, that's it's about to get real.
Oh,
Yeah. Um, yeah, it's about to get real. Yeah, uh, her name is Kim, and and so they have so there's like 3 or 4 channels, and between those channels, you've got you know, people are visiting from different other channels coming
sounds
States.
like
together.
a whole auction network. Fascinating. I will have to look for them. So I have to tell you, I'm not a buyer or a bidder, but I love to watch auctions, to root people on, to say nice things about the items, to ask helpful questions so that the hosts
Hmm.
know what details to tell. I love, love, love to participate in an auction in that way.
Yeah, and so that's where I come into the picture. I'm just the mom, of a reseller that happens to write books, and I I've got I personally have over 340 subscriptions on my YouTube, and I am constantly bopping in on anybody and everybody's lives and saying hi and how are you and have a good day.
You're a true supporter of your daughter. And by the way, I want to wish you a happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day,
Yeah,
Well,
Barbara.
thank you.
happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Yeah.
Miss
I'm not a
Barbara, if you
mother.
could
I just,
just
there's a
write in the
lot of
chat,
mothers out there.
just
Yeah. In the chat. Happy Mother's
yeah,
Day.
happy Mother's Day to everyone. If you could just write in the chat, just hello, something I want to click on to your channel.
Barbara, can you do that?
Bell also, if you could do
Um,
that also.
Yeah, and Southern
I
Just right,
Belle.
am.
yeah, just hello, and then people are able to click on to your channel.
Well, I'm hoping
Oh,
she'll put up
good.
those links of her daughter and her name of her book and everything when she can. Southern Belle just put
Mr.
up.
Big Apple Stacker, does your name come from being specifically in New York City or just in New York State?
New York City. I was born and raised in New York City. Born and raised in Hell's Kitchen, New York.
Can we
Hell's
ask which
Kitchen,
borough?
Manhattan. Hell's Kitchen is in Manhattan.
Okay.
Hell's Kitchen is next to Times Square, where the ball
Oh,
drops. That's where Hell's Kitchen is at, next to the ball, which is Midtown Manhattan. I was born and raised there. I was born in Roosevelt Hospital.
Which is
Um,
I was born and raised there.
Somebody got their Barbara, you got your and then Roosevelt Hospital was on 59th Street, actually, where I don't know if you know the hospital, but it's actually where Joe Colombo, they did the American Italian speech out there on 59th Street in Columbus over there. Probably not, but
Adrian, I'm sorry. New York
it's
City
okay.
is absolutely on my bucket list. I hope to someday
Well,
get to make the trek out there, mostly to see Broadway, but
yes,
also to see the other sites as well. So I love hearing about it.
yeah.
And I
Do
also
not,
love your accent.
yeah, yeah. Now I was gonna tell you I like yours too. Uh,
Oh, that's so
I was gonna
sweet.
tell you,
We are such
don't
a
come.
mutual admiration society over at Miss Southern Bell's channel.
Yeah, don't. I tell you, don't come to New York now. Wait until about uh, 3.5 years from now. Let's see what the change of mayor. 'Cause there's just a lot of crime here right now. There's a lot of I don't recommend anybody to come
Oh,
to New York
sweetie,
right
I'm
now.
from New York. I'm from New Orleans. So New Orleans has plenty crime.
Yeah, I know,
You
but
just say bless your heart after.
I just don't.
I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
Yeah,
I'm out in the suburbs.
so
But nonetheless, New Orleans, when you get into actual New Orleans, does have crime.
yeah.
Barbara,
Uh,
don't forget to put up your daughter's link and the name of your book, okay, sweetheart?
Yep.
I believe she said it was Countess April. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
But I too would love to see the link so that I could click on it. So
Barbara,
have
you
you always
subscribed.
lived in the Big Apple?
I was born and raised in New York City.
But have
Always.
you ever
I've
ventured
never
off?
lived. Say that again.
Have you ever ventured off to see other states
Oh
or
no,
other
I'm sorry.
countries?
Yes, I have been to other states. Absolutely, yes. I've been to Maine. I've been to obviously Connecticut, Jersey, which is right next to us. I've
Uh-huh.
been all the way down to Florida. I've been to North Carolina, South Carolina.
Oh, you've
I've
traveled
been to the
plenty.
yeah. No, I have been to Chicago. I've been to Detroit. I've been to different states. Absolutely, but
Did it give you a better appreciation for New York City after seeing the other alternatives?
yeah. I mean, I plan when I retire. I am planning to move to a different state. I don't want to really live in New York anymore.
Oh, really?
Actually,
That's
yeah, I'm actually
interesting.
a little tired of New York right now. Taxes are high, things are high here. I mean, they're high everywhere, but here in New York, it's just out of control. So,
Supply and
it's just,
demand.
uh, it's not even that. It's just, it's a lot of politics I don't get into.
Right.
Unless
We
you were on
shouldn't
my
discuss
channel,
that.
I get into it. But
Oh.
yeah, this is on someone else's channel. I'm not getting on into it. But,
Forget
you know, yeah, on my channel, I talk about what I want to talk about, so forget about it. Doesn't matter.
about it, huh? Forget about
So, you
Speaking
know,
of your channel, I want to tell you how absolutely elaborate and fascinating and beautiful your logo is.
it. It is
oh,
pretty,
thank
isn't it?
you. Thank you. Yes, it was
There's
designed
so
for me.
much packed into that small logo, and it really says so much about you
Yeah.
and your channel.
Yeah. This is, we have, we collect we send stickers out to people. So here's my sticker. That's exactly what it looks like.
He's got
Silver
a real big
Scorpion.
one, but I like the tiny one myself.
That's what she said on Miss Sullivan. But
Stick
we
I
on
love
got
the shading on
yeah,
it.
we got a lot of you know, a lot of different stickers up here that people send us. There goes Miss Southern Belle, by the way. So there's quite a lot of stickers that we all send to each other, and but
Great way of promoting your channel. After all, advertising and marketing helps channels grow. How many
yes, yeah,
subscribers
of
do you currently
course.
have?
Say that again.
How many subscribers do you currently have?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not that sure. It's like 600, I think, something like that. I don't really look. I don't
It's
really
enough to
check.
already have a community tab, though.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah.
That is
That,
such a big
and I don't
deal.
post any community things on. I don't know why. I
Well,
just don't.
you could. You could
Yeah, I
post
know.
when Miss Southern Belle is having a live. You could post when Barbara's daughter April is having an auction. You
Yes,
could
I could
post
do
about
that.
all of your favorite channels or even just a Happy Mother's Day message.
Absolutely, you're right. I
You
haven't
want to
been up.
take
I have
advantage
not.
of that great marketing and advertising opportunities. You could even let your mods help you figure out what to write on what day.
Yeah,
Got to use all the resources available to you, kind of like using all the tools in your toolbox.
yeah. You must be really good with YouTube.
I don't even have a channel.
I think
Oh,
everybody should connect to Bella because
Well, yeah,
maybe
definitely.
I
I mean,
should.
community post.
Oh,
We're trying to get her up to 500 so she can get a community post.
can
yeah.
you
I
tell
mean,
I am dying to have one so that I can
Yes,
write
yes.
inspirational messages, share my favorite Bible verses, share my favorite channels, let people know when an
I would
auction
love
or
to
a
give you
live is
500
happening.
my subscribers. It's hard to keep up with all mine.
Well, you
yeah,
are so blessed, Miss Bell, that your
Well,
channel
what I
has just
do is,
exploded with thousands. I
I
can remember
know,
when you were
I
just
know,
starting out.
and I'll tell you how I do it. I'm not into doing the subscribing thing, but what I do is I connect to all of them and I run all their videos, leave a comment, and I do it on three computers. So I do 25, 50 of them in one setting. So sometimes I can get to 200 people a day.
Wow.
I know. And I pray for
I can
short
imagine
videos.
having that many devices. If I had all those devices, I'd be able to make videos, and then I really would have a channel.
Well, what you're doing is what I was doing before. I was a supporter in the beginning and I had to have 1,000 subscribers. And now it's dropped down to 500. You're lucky you got to the 500. So yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's hard mine is different. What I'm doing is I'm trying to push people. I told Big Apple Stacker, I said, get all your people and I'll get your hours in.
Miss Miss Bell, because I'm going to
Mm.
say Southern Bell. It's Miss Bell. So you
You
have
can just
55.
directly call me Belle.
Yeah. So you have 55 subscribers.
And I feel like they're all accidents, quite frankly, because I don't believe I've ever asked anybody to subscribe to me since I don't have any content, don't have any videos, don't have a way to make videos. I've
Well, sure
aspired
you
to it
do.
and I've asked a few people for help, but so far I haven't found anybody who can actually help me to figure out how to record a video. Although I did finally, as of a couple of months ago, find a device that could record.
Well, what kind of
So
phone
I
do
am
you have,
hoping and
Bella?
trying and praying and working on it right now.
Bella, what
What?
kind of phone do you have?
I have a landline.
No, you're
Oh,
not on a landline now. Are you on a computer or on a landline?
I'm My actual phone is a landline. I do have a laptop computer. And recently, both of my parents passed a year and a half ago. In going through their items, I find what I believe is called a tablet. And so it seems to have a computer. I've asked not one, but two different YouTubers for advice to figure out how to turn it on, how to work it, how to record. Both looked at my device, and one couldn't figure it out, thought that maybe I needed to join something. The other person showed me how to punch some buttons, to record something. So I did record, a few seconds of sample, but I couldn't figure out how to get that sample into the computer to edit it or even just upload it without editing. So, it's baby steps. The hardest step was to find some device that could record. The second was to figure out how to turn it on. And the third step was to figure out how to record anything. Now the hardest part is to figure out, once it's recorded those few seconds of sample, how to edit it or to get it to transfer, to upload, download, sideload, whatever it's called, to into the computer, and to either edit it and upload it or even just upload it as is. So I'm still
Well, the
asking
whole
for
idea
help,
is to
seeking
make
help,
sure
and
when
praying
you,
about it.
Bella, the whole idea is when you do record, the whole idea is to hold your phone like this while you're recording. People always hold their phone like this. Make sure you're holding, and somebody else told me to hold this phone like this when you're recording, even, but on the shorts, you have to go like this.
Can I make a suggestion?
Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am, Miss Barbara.
Barbara, you were going to make a suggestion. What was your suggestion?
Okay. 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 There is a channel on YouTube that is really excellent in helping people get started and to answer all those detailed questions left and right. And I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Return of Cajun Roots Reseller.
Yes, I'm acquainted with Johnny.
Yes, Johnny is the one. If you were to go on, he has a daily collab. It's called Collaborate and Network with Others channel. It's on in the morning. I know it's in the morning.
Super,
Yeah.
super early
Oh,
in
you're
the
talking
morning.
about Cajun Johnny's?
He also
Yes,
had a
Cajun
lovely
Johnny.
Oh,
auction
yeah.
yesterday.
He is very, very good at. He's willing to help anybody get their channel up and running.
He's very good actually.
Yeah,
Well,
his,
if and when I can ever figure out how to get some videos uploaded, I will absolutely take that as a next step. Right now, my problem is completely technical. So I will keep asking for help, looking for help, seeking help, driving however long and far I need to try to talk to people in real life who can give me some technical expertise, because sometimes people need to see, touch, and use
yeah, I
your
like the
device to show
iPhone
you.
because it's a touch
So yeah,
screen.
sometimes you have to. So Belle, this is actually the camera that's here. This camera is sitting on my desk. This is exactly what it is. Right here. Bought this on Amazon. So if you have a computer, you could hook this camera here, you could hook this up to your computer. You can hook up this computer right here, this camera to
What
your
kind of
computer.
camera is it? Can you tell her the name brand and stuff?
It's a Logic.
Well, I'm
There you
not
go.
looking to buy a new piece of equipment. I'm looking to find the piece of equipment that I found. So since I found this piece of equipment, I'm trying to figure out how to make it work. The hardest part was figuring out how to record anything, but now I just can't figure out how to get my sample video that I record out of that device and into the computer. I
So
have tried everything.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. That tablet you have, does it have a camera?
Hold on for 1 minute.
It does, because
Hold
it
on for one
succeeded
minute.
in
Is
the test.
Abandoned Art, is that you? Yeah. Abandoned Art's
So
going to come up.
yeah, so if you have
Hi guys.
hi, how are you?
Hey,
Um if you do have a camera on that tablet, so you can get on the internet with that tablet, guaranteed off the bat you could do that. It's without There's no question you can't get on on the computer with that tablet. And if you have a camera on that tablet, absolutely you can record and download whatever you're recording onto the internet.
So I've succeeded in recording a sample video with that tablet. The problem is, once I succeeded in recording that, I just couldn't get it into my computer to edit or upload it, even without editing.
Put it
Well,
up
Could
on.
you?
because now you have to connect. I'm sorry, Miss Sullivan. You have to take that tablet and find your Wi-Fi. Do you have internet service in your house?
I do.
So, all you have to that tablet, you have to look for you have to go into settings with that tablet, and let me get my wife's tablet. Honey, hold on for a second.
Now she's honey. Hey, Art Bandit. Nice
She's
to
Hi,
see
how
Miss
you
Sullivan. My
doing?
wife has always been honey. What are you talking about?
you. Yeah, I
Forget
want you
about
to
it.
do the
I could
tablet.
listen. If I don't call her honey, I could get two in the back of the head with this. Are you kidding me? Forget about it.
Oh, wow.
He's
How many
kidding. She
years
would
have y'all
never.
been happily wedded?
He's gone to get the tablet.
I'm
She
so
didn't
sorry.
want
I
you.
didn't mean to take over your live
You're
stream.
doing fine, did you not? Silver Bullet 30, welcome to the live. And then we got Art, a bandit. You could tell him a little bit about yourself, Art, a bandit.
Okay, well, what I've started doing is daily live streams, but I create art and I make all different kinds of art and abandon it out for people to find and to just find a piece of art that they normally wouldn't. I can show you a piece. I got a piece
She
right
does
behind
really
me.
good art, guys.
Like a scavenger hunt?
Here's
Well,
one of
she
the
gives her,
pieces that
yeah,
I've done, one of my
that is
newest.
so
And
cute.
I'll just find some random place to put it, and I don't leave notes or anything of where they're at. And the goal is for someone just to find it and keep it. There is a card that goes on it where they can respond back to me and let me know if they found it. What the
Oh,
coolest thing about it is the stories where people have found it. And like I said, I've started doing live streams in the last since January. I'm probably the most unusual YouTuber in that I do the art abandonment and I also am living in a nursing home. I've been here since last April, May 5th was my 1 year anniversary of being in the nursing home. I've been in fires and lots of things, but I decided to start showing my face after 3 years being on. Well, since I've been on since 2018. So after all that time, I decided to start showing my face and doing lives and doing videos with myself in them.
this might be a stupid question, but if you're in a nursing home, how are you able to abandon the art at the specific locations that you choose?
Okay, so here's the cool thing. Um, all my every one of the nurses here have pieces of art. The CNAs, the dietary, those I gave out first. Now I have people when they go out to doctor's appointments, they take pieces into the doctor's offices and abandon them. I have staff that take them home and abandon them. So there's all kinds of different ways that my art is being abandoned. I've been mailing it. I sent out a bunch of mail. I'm getting ready to send out another bulk mailing to some of my friends on fellow creators and supporters of the channel, not necessarily creators, but supporters. And I'll be sending them out packages in the next, got like 6 to be sent out. And they'll have art and they're going to actually abandon it too.
Now, do you sell or auction any of your art?
I never have sold a piece of my art. Now, I have donated pieces
Do you have
that have
giveaways
been
on your channel?
auctioned, and I've gotten I have one particular picture that has raised over $2,000.
Wow,
Um,
that's amazing. Congratulations.
yeah, it raised actually $1,000 at one event, and that was to Recipe for Hunger, and that provides kids everyday lunches and families at night in
Oh,
Louisville
what a
that can't
worthy
afford
choice.
it. So,
That's fantastic. Now, do you
I,
do any giveaways of your art on your channel? And how many
oh,
subscribers are
everything
you
I
up
do is
to?
a giveaway. I haven't. Someone suggested that to grow the channel, but
Uh-huh.
I give everything away, and somehow I don't know. I guess I could do some giveaways on the channel, but um, mailing is the hardest part for me, and um, that's the hardest thing. What I also have is I have some books that have some artwork in it, and I have people that want to get those books, and so I've just let them pick out whatever art supplies they think's equivalent to a book, and send it to me, and I send out a book.
Oh,
So just do little different things. I've had several thousand pieces that I've abandoned now.
that is amazing. Now, I see from the sample you showed that it looked like it was both paint and sculpture. Are there other mediums that you use in your art?
Oh yeah, I'll show you. I'm reaching behind me.
Oh, please
Uh,
She's a
do.
really good artist. Takes a lot of pride and time in her art,
oh
Bella.
yeah, oh
I
yeah.
can't wait to see it. Somebody needs to drop the link if possible because I'd love to just subscribe.
And it's Art Abandonment Adventures. We go by Team AAA,
She'll
and
come
there's
back into the she'll come back into the chat and drop her link.
Oh, okay.
here's her.
I
Here's
love the way that everybody connects on the Southern Bells channel.
yeah.
Everybody, make sure you click the thumbs up.
I love you, Bella.
This is
Maybe
one
you'll
of
have me
the
back
pieces.
someday.
I don't know if you can see it. It's a Snoopy that I
Oh,
redid. Um, Let's see what else. I can pull out this magic bag. Oh, like here's other toys that have been done.
and look
I
at the
also,
eyes.
yeah, it's things that most people wouldn't expect. Here's another one. These are bikes.
I'm gonna just drop her link, but I'm not gonna put her whole channel name in, okay?
Yeah. Yeah,
Her name will be
that's the
in there.
reason everybody calls me Team AAA. Or
AAA.
AAA. Yeah.
They want you to fix their car.
Well, we go team AAA and some just AAA. And I do all three A's. AAA just does A's, and I write the name and do the A's and then do the team. And the people that are on Team AAA are always out doing things as far as abandoning art for me. So anybody can become a member of Team AAA.
Well, I think it is so smart and so savvy that you have assembled a whole team because it really takes a village in this day and age to get things done, to set things up, to run a channel, just like running a family or running a business or running a charity. So the team is the way to go, don't you think, Miss Southern Belle?
Yes, I do. I appreciate that. Somebody else just came into the chat. Roger's little dust bunny, Rich, and Leo. So I'm going to make you a mod so you guys can connect. So
Yeah,
everybody connect to
I
each other.
I think you actually have one of my pieces, don't you, Miss Southern Belle?
I do, but I can't get my hands on it. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. I was just saying you were one of the ones that got dropped in mail.
Well, you were
Yeah, I
blessed to
got
be
it. I
gifted.
love that piece of art. I put it on TikTok. Um, A space for three. I met you through A space for three.
Exactly. Me, and Space for Three are working on a podcast.
Oh,
We were
really?
supposed to do it this week, and things kind of went crazy because I had extra doctor's appointments.
Oh,
But we're
bless your
actually
heart.
working on a podcast called Outskirts of Insanity.
Oh, my.
And it's it the thing is that with everything going on in the world and being sick and being in a nursing home, and he lived in a van for a while, and with all that, we stayed on the outskirts of insanity. We didn't go in it. And so that's the reason the title is Outskirts of Insanity.
I've been to your lives before.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. We do all different kinds of things in the lives. I'm going back to pick a picture a day where I'll be painting a picture, but I let everyone pick it out in my live stream, and then I have to have it ready by the next live stream.
Yeah, I've seen a lady that does that, and she sings too. I've watched a couple artists. Passion for Pets. I mean, Passion for Arts. She does that, and she does a live painting and everything.
Yeah.
I know quite a few artists.
Jessica is such a sweetheart.
Yes, she is. Isn't she a sweetheart?
Thank you all. But I'm gonna have to jump down. I just wanted to stop in, say hi. I've been sitting here listening in the background.
I appreciate you doing that. I appreciate you coming up and talking about your channel and all.
It
Well,
was such
it's
a
more
pleasure
than
to meet
that.
you, AAA.
It's nice to meet you all too. I've been loving the stories and everybody trying to help each other. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna jump up here and say hi to everybody.
I appreciate you doing that. You see A space for 3, you tell them I said hello.
I will. Now, how do I? This is only the second time I've jumped in StreamYard. I don't know how to go out.
Just hit the X down at the bottom where it says Leave Studio.
Okay. All right.
Bye-bye. Have a great
I
day.
figured out.
You
I
have a
haven't
great
figured
day.
out how to get on StreamYard. So, other than people put on links, I have no other way of doing it.
Well, that's
So,
always something there to learn.
yeah. Well, thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Good seeing you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, you gonna show her Apple?
Yeah, well, she could go into her settings.
You want me to
Her
open you up so
settings.
you can show her on your iPad
I
for
don't
your
have, my wife doesn't have that charged.
oh
So you would have to just go into your settings in that tablet and then find your box and then just put your password in there. And then that's gonna have internet and you could upload it or email it to yourself or once that tablet. But if you don't have internet, you can't send that.
yeah, you
I
gotta
do have
connect
home
you.
internet. I just can't seem to get the tablet to connect to the computer.
Well,
Right,
you
because
go into your
you have to go into you have to go into your hold on, you know what? I could do it into my phone. Here you go.
Well, I am completely sure that your phone and your computer
Well,
work well together. What I'm saying is the two devices I have don't seem to connect, which is why I've taken it to two professional YouTubers, neither of which could figure it out. But I am not taking no for an answer. I'm not giving up, and I'm going to keep
that's
trying and keep trying to get assistance. But I appreciate you trying to show me with your different device and your different computer.
wow.
That
So
is super sweet of you.
you're saying that those guys said that they
Well,
can't
they
go
were
into
both ladies,
settings?
actually.
Both ladies looked at it and said,
I'm not letting her out.
"Did you tell them to go into your settings? Did they go into your settings in that tablet?"
I believe they did. But I am such a tech dummy, I can't tell you what all each lady tried, but both gave it their all, were super sweet about it, helpful and kind, and they just weren't able to figure out the technical part of it. But I'm going to keep trying to find somebody in my local area or in a couple of hours driving distance who can somehow make it happen. And in the meantime, I will keep talking to people and searching the internet. But
Yeah,
perhaps
that's
it's a sign from God, but in the meantime, it was a lovely experience to be able to come up on the Miss Southern Belle panel and to talk to other people, meet other people. So I so appreciate you having me, Miss Southern Belle.
I appreciate you coming up, Bella, and talking to everybody. You're not leaving me, are you?
Not necessarily, but I didn't want to take
I
over
wanted to
with tech support, but I
something
love
out.
talking about a variety of different subjects.
Hold on, Bella. I want to point something out. I'm showing new people on my lives, not people that's been up here before. So I'm just letting Crass by the Roses. I'm letting new people do their channels. So
Who, Miss Sotheby's?
I'm letting the new people come up on my channel. People hasn't ever been up here,
Oh, okay. Miss
in my
Sotheby's,
channel.
I'm gonna actually let you go. I'm gonna got a couple of things to do today.
Just
Okay.
So you ladies will have a great day.
No, I
Um,
appreciate you coming up. You have a great day with
yes,
your
It
wife.
was a
You better
pleasure
take her
meeting
yes,
somewhere
you.
nice
yes, Miss
for
Sotheby's. It was
Mother's
nice
Day.
meeting you too.
We'll have to
And
subscribe to each other.
yes, definitely. So, um, you guys enjoy your day. Everyone in the chat, enjoy your day.
You too.
See
May
you
God
later.
bless you.
Okay, bye bye. You too. Bye
Bye.
bye.
You have a great day. Bye bye. Wow.
I was just going to show you. See if I can get this.
Let me
This
make
is
you big, Barbara, so you can show, so we can
What
see.
a
Is this the book
lovely
you
book
wrote?
cover.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I love the black and white.
Tales from the Frozen North.
The
Here, let me get a
font is
screenshot of that.
spectacular.
Don't move, Barbara. You know how I am.
There we go. There
Thank
it
you.
is.
I might let that be.
And there's the author. So
Let's
let's
see.
that's
I might let that be my
that's my
thumbnail.
book. And
How
and
many
if
different
there's
authors contributed to the book in total?
just looking at it, I'm guessing maybe about 20.
Okay.
Between 15 and 20. Yeah.
Well, that gives a
No-
great variety of different writing styles.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's fantasy and suspense and horror and comedy in there, and there's even one piece of nonfiction. My
Great
one of my
variety.
stories, yeah, one of my stories is toward the end, and the last story in the book is a nonfiction story done by a friend of mine by the name of Eileen Nelson, and she did the title of her story is The Blizzard of 1966, and it's the nonfiction version of what happened, and it's got all the charts and all the graphs and all of the scientific data about how the storm started and how it proceeded through the area, through our area, and what the result was at the end.
Oh.
And it's absolutely beautiful piece that she put at the end. My piece, called The Blizzard Dilemma, is located right before hers, and that's it's kind of a comedy piece, but it is a memoir of how my mom and dad realized that the blizzard was coming, but once the blizzard had started, my mom discovered that we had run out of butter, and we lived out in the country, so we couldn't go to town and get butter for the family. And this blizzard, by the way, lasted for 4 days. So the story is about how my mom deals with this dilemma of not having any butter for a family of 6 out in the country. and it's a story in itself.
So, Barbara, let me ask you, if you had to choose between running out of butter, running out of meat, or running out of vegetables, what would you choose? And then I'll ask Miss Southern Belle the same question.
Oh, running out of meat. Yeah. Running out of meat would be the easiest, because there are plenty of vegetables that you can get. You can get protein. You can get other protein there's other protein sources besides beef and pork and chicken.
Of course, many people are vegetarians or vegans by choice.
Right. And the thing is that that you can get protein from milk and from milk and eggs and beans. Beans has a lot of protein in it. And
Absolutely.
so
What about you, Miss Southern Belle? Of those 3 awful choices, while we never wanna run out of anything,
You
which of
mean
the 3
butter
would you
or
most want to run out of, and which would you least want to run out of?
I wouldn't care for the butter. I'd rather have the meat and vegetables. I don't need
I'm
all
with you. I'm not much on butter. I could use oil, I could use mayonnaise, I could use something else,
I don't
but
usually
I am
use
such a
butter anyway.
carnivore.
Yeah, I gotta have I can have honey or anything else in my toast or something. But butter, I don't really I still have like 2 tubs of butter in my well, they're not really butter, they're like margarine stuff. Well, they might be butter. They've been in there for like almost 6 months. So
Well,
mine
with the
usually
prices of butter, so often the butter substitutes, oleo, margarine, whatever it's called these days, are so much more affordable. And I think that they are better for you in terms of cholesterol.
I just can't eat it. I can't I don't know why.
well,
I
that
don't know what it is about too much butter. Sometimes I have butter in my oatmeal a little bit,
Uh,
cinnamon and sugar, but it's not like the biggest thing in my life, butter, you know.
well, to
uh,
each their own. Does anybody in the chat want to answer that fun question?
I
Tell
have a
ask them.
comment. I have a comment.
Yes, ma'am.
The thing is, yes. Well, besides having been part of a book, I have a degree in food and nutrition, and I choose butter over margarine. And the reason is that margarine has never been proven to be absolutely safe.
Oh,
They have never done any studies on it as far as safety. There's a lot of items in our food chain that have been created because of big business. And but if you look back and you look at the sources of a lot of different foods, basic foods that are made, though, and those are the ones that have proven with time. And butter is part of a Mediterranean diet. And the Mediterranean diet is probably the safest of all of them.
Well,
now when you
I
say
don't eat
foods,
margarine. I eat butter, but I don't particularly it's not like a most important thing.
No, it's just that for me, it's a preference.
Well, my
I
sister won't let margarine in our house.
Yeah.
We did a test on that where you take the tub of margarine outside, it doesn't melt that easy. But we're not,
Oops,
oh, he
sorry.
doesn't. Excuse me, let me welcome some people in the chat. We got Roy came in, excuse me. Silver Bullet 30 came in. Colonio, Scrapper, I hope I didn't. Coffee chat with Pam just come in. How you doing? You're a mod now, so connect. Leon's live came in. He's from the UK. Everybody check each other out. You're all mods. So everybody check each other out. Roy, if you guys don't know Roy, he's like goes and shows California, and it's really a great channel. He took us on the Ferris wheel. I've never been on the Ferris wheel in my life.
oh, how fun!
Yeah, he took us all on it. He didn't cost much, but we were all on the iPhone or whatever he has, and we got to be on the Ferris wheel. He's a lot of fun. So everybody check each other out. Enjoy each other. Jack, if you guys don't know Jack Gelman, he is the most humble guy, most sincere guy I've ever known. Great guy. Everybody's good in here. So everybody connect to each other, get to know each other. Connect to Southern Belle. She's a great host. If you need a host on your channel on a StreamYards, She's good
Aw.
about asking questions, keep people talking to each other, talking about the channel, getting to know each other. So please connect to Southern Belle. She's a great channel. She'll have your back. We're trying to get her at 500 so she can have more of your back so she can do some of her things. So let's get her up there, guys. Let's show everybody some love, okay?
Aw, thank you so much. Well, I've just had the best time today talking to you and all of your fun guests. I have learned so much.
Well, Belle, I would really enjoy seeing more of you. I have I have fallen in love with you this morning, and
Well, I am
so I
available
will
if
be
you want me
looking.
on your channel or on your daughter's channel. You just tell me when and where, and I will be there.
Yeah, well, I dropped her link earlier. And if you just check her link out, you can find out when her auctions are. And thank you so very much, Miss Southern Belle. You keep drawing me back in all the time.
I think she draws us
And
all in. She just has one of those personalities where she just is like a magnet, like moths to a flame.
I don't know about that, Bella, but I'll take that compliment.
so so
Now,
I
is
will just
April your only child, or are you blessed with several children?
no, she's an only child. I had 2 marriages and only 1 child, and she's all the children. I've actually worked in education for a while, and she's all the children of the world wrapped into one, and she's absolutely a marvelous young woman now. And
Looks like we got a crochet lady in here called hold on, let me say her name. Hook That Yarn. So if you guys like to crochet, check her out. Hook That Yarn.
Hook That Yarn.
yeah.
I love
Oh,
that
we got
name.
some. Yeah, this community is getting bigger all the time, and it is one of the most beautiful communities that I've ever met.
Well,
So
see, my channel is based on everybody. The reason I picked Miss Southern Belle is called ding, Miss Southern Belle. I don't know many people that like to write a book. Can you connect me up to somebody? Hold on. I'll connect you right up. That's why I wanted to do this. I wanted to connect everybody to their people, like the coins to the coins, the drones to the drones, kind of wing them all out. I actually met something new. I met some people that like to go under the sea and do spearfishing. That's a new channel I'm checking out. Spearfishing. So that's me. That's what I do.
Well, YouTube is an endless supply of new people that you can meet, new things that you can learn.
yeah.
It is. That's right.
Now,
And
Barbara,
tomorrow,
what does April have planned to celebrate you tomorrow?
oh, with me? Oh, probably not much of anything. She's got her own 2 children, and right now she is running a very well. Tomorrow she's going to be spending the day with Jeff, known as Jam Volkswagen. He's also a Methodist minister, and he has church services on April's channel tomorrow morning. And so she'll be spending the whole day with him tomorrow. And she'll probably give me a phone call, and her and I are the best of friends. And when we get on the phone, an hour is not unusual to spend with her. But I live in Minnesota. She's in Pennsylvania, and she
What a
loves
blessing that she's
Minnesota,
a mom too.
and she loves Minnesota, but she hates the winters, and that's okay. And but
Well,
life.
I've been having 90-degree temperatures, so winter sounds good to me right now after sweating all week.
Can
We
you
are
give me 1
getting
minute? Let me welcome these people in. This is another nice, lovely lady, Kathleen Elliott. She's in
take care.
Texas. She's a very good canner, and she does all kinds of things. I think we lost connection with her. And then we've got Dana Mae's Adventures. She's also a great channel. So Kathleen Elliott, and we have Political Foolishness. I've known him for a long time. Great channel. So you guys get to know each other, connect. You just touch each other, and while she's down there, she might want to put in the link, about her stuff. But you should, Bella, you should get to know Kathleen Elliott. She's down in the chat. She's a
Hi,
really
Kathleen.
she's a really great channel. She does canning and stuff. I wish she'd come up, but
Kathleen, where are you from? Where do you live, sweetie?
Today is World Naked Gardening Day. Oh, well, we ain't going to do that. We want people to stick around.
Well, perhaps you could just have a naked face, because I have to say, when I'm outside working in my flower beds, I have a naked face at that point, because otherwise I'm just sweating all the makeup off.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So it doesn't say naked body. It could be a naked face.
Naked hands.
No, I have to have my gardening gloves. I don't want all that stuff underneath my fingernails. I'm one of those people who, maybe I'm too prissy, but I just don't want all that underneath my fingernails. Yes, you can eventually get it out, but just looking down and seeing all that, no, 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 ma'am. I may not be the high maintenance kind of lady that pays money to have the long nails put on, glued on, and painted, although they look so pretty on other people. But I at least want mine clean and without dirt and stuff underneath.
We have somebody come from Brazil. Step right in. Brazil Air View. You guys check out Brazil. You're a mod now, Brazil, so you can touch anybody's channel and just go straight to their channel, connect.
Now, Brazil, are you still in Brazil or are you from Brazil, but
They're in
perhaps living a little
Brazil.
bit closer?
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I am saying. Like, for
I
instance,
know
I,
what you're
I have a
saying.
friend that lives in Dallas, but she's originally from England. So, therefore, she
They're
can
in
play it either
Brazil.
way. She can say where she currently lives or where she was born.
Oh,
So,
okay.
you never know when you read somebody's name if it was where they were raised, where they currently live, where they're from. So, it pays to just ask people, "Oh, Texas. I went
No,
to
that's
college in Texas, Kathleen."
that's Kathleen, but he told you he's from a certain place from Brazil. He put it in there for you.
Now, I can't pronounce that. Anytime there's some place I can't pronounce, I always hope that people will put the pronunciation in for the Southern girl.
Well, she says from Fortaleza.
Now, is that Fortaleza? That may
So
be
wasn't that
wrong.
bad. That's beautiful. And I made you a mod so you can touch people and connect to them. There's new founder drones. How you doing? I made you a mod so you can connect to people. Everybody touch each other. Reach out and touch each other. Connect.
And while you're touching, make sure you touch that like button to give Miss Southern Belle a thumbs up. Double check that you're subscribed and that you have the bell on so that you don't miss any of these blessed times when she decides to go live.
Yeah, Brazil Air View says C. I guess that means yes. So what are you going to do for Mother's Day, Bella? You've talked to everybody and asked them. What are you going to do?
I wish I had something good to say. My mother's been in heaven for a year and a half now.
Yeah.
You're going to get me choked up.
Oh,
And I'm not blessed enough to have found my Mr. Right or had kids. So
wow.
I won't get to celebrate or to be celebrated. So,
Aw.
which is why I'm choosing to try to think about others, to celebrate
Do
others,
you have
to
any
get my
pets?
mind off of my own selfish grief, and to try to consider others.
Do you have any animals?
When my mother passed away, she had a companion animal named Tallulah, who is a white Chihuahua. So my sister and I share joint custody of little Tallulah, who very sadly enough is in heart failure. So
Aw.
the vet said about 6 months or so ago that she has maybe a year to live.
Aw.
So she's really my last connection with my
Aw.
mom.
Have you thought about getting a pet?
I have thought about it and immediately discarded the idea. Partially because I don't want yet more heartbreak and grief, and I need some time to heal. And
Yeah.
also, I'm hoping that all of the love, care, and time can hopefully be spent with a Mr. Right for me that God will send me along the path to.
Well, what kind of Mr. Right you looking for?
Christian, age appropriate, of a similar pallor and education, but mostly a guy that will be respectful, kind, polite, and honest.
Are you wanting a YouTuber, or do you want somebody that's not on YouTube?
I'm open to either way. It would be even better if he had a slight resemblance to a Kevin James type build and were clean shaven. So what matters is what's in the heart, the mind, and the soul, and especially a man of faith. It would be nice if he had that kind of general look to him.
Hmm.
No offense to Kevin James, who may actually be married. I'm not speaking of him
No, he's in the
specifically.
chat now. I just divorced my wife. I'm available. Just kidding.
My.
I'm just messing with you.
Well, I have been looking my whole life, praying, seeking, dating, except during quarantine, of course.
When is your
And
birthday?
my birthday is July 25th.
Oh, so you're a Cancer, huh?
I think it might be Leo, but being a
Leo,
Christian,
okay.
I don't follow astrology. I just leave
My
life
brother
to the
was
hands of God.
July the 22nd. Yeah.
But hopefully God will help me find that Mr. Right for me. I don't believe in just a Mr. Right, but a Mr. Right for individual people.
Yeah. I still kind of want to be the old maid in the deck of cards,
I already feel like I am being a spinster at middle age.
I don't really care about getting married or anything. I just think it's just a piece of paper stating that you two love each other anyway. But marriage is a Christian thing to do. But, I don't know.
Well, for me personally, I think about being a Christian versus being baptized. And while I know that you don't have to be baptized to be a Christian, going through the procedure of being baptized in front of a congregation, I personally was a youth still, it had great meaning. The same way in celebrating the Lord's Supper, you don't have to say a prayer and, eat a scrap of bread and drink a sip of grape juice in order to participate in God's love in the Lord's Supper. Just like you might not have to have a piece of paper and a minister pronounce you husband and wife to be married in your heart. I personally, being old-fashioned, not just being Southern, but being old-fashioned, conservative, and traditional, I look forward to those meetings, and I take joy in the pomp and circumstance of it. Just like you could give somebody a Christmas gift by just handing it to them, or you could put them in a box, cover it in wrapping paper, put a pretty bow on it, and there is something about
So
going
you're
through
into
the
the white lace
procedure.
wedding dresses and all that stuff?
I absolutely am. Maybe it's just having those silly little dreams growing up. And granted, as I've aged, the dream has changed a little bit, depending on what the fashion is, depending on what's available in weddings. And now I don't even know anybody to invite to a wedding,
Well,
don't
you
have
know,
a dad to give me away anymore.
a
But
lot of people spend too much money on those weddings, like 10,000, 5,000, $4,000 on those big weddings.
well, and you have to think, would you rather have a car or would you rather have a wedding? Would you rather have a vacation or would you rather have a wedding? So my mother used to joke that a wedding's just a big party, or a wedding, a honeymoon is just like your first vacation.
Yeah.
Um, but to each their own. I'm not here to say what's right and what's wrong, but I will say I am the little girl who played dress up and thought about what it would be like to hear a proposal, to walk down the aisle and say I do. But right now, I don't even have anybody to date, and I long to someday hear the words I love you from some guy, and hopefully he will genuinely mean
What
it.
about those series on Netflix? Have you ever thought about joining one of those? They have people hooking people up. Love at first sight.
I do not have a subscription to Netflix. But if anybody out there ever wants to gift me anything, those kind of subscription services are one of those things that I aspire to.
But they do have like love at first sight and stuff like that, where people meet in these little
Well, I am
and
open-hearted enough that I would be willing to fall in love with at first sight. I'd be willing to blind date. I would be willing to do any of those things.
hmm.
I probably should be scared, but after you've had decades of traditional dating, once you think about the alternative of being alone in your golden years, or for me, I have a long, long list of bucket list items that I really need a husband to accompany me, a lot of which are travel because it just
Have
wouldn't be
have
safe
you
or
dated
fun to
anybody?
travel by myself.
Have you met anybody and dated anybody?
I am I have not since the quarantine. You know, when
Okay.
you had to be 6 feet apart, it's not like any guy could get close enough to say, "Hey, Belle, do you wanna go out on a date with me? Hey, Belle, how about dinner and a movie on Friday?" You
You
know,
should,
or
you know,
whatever
Bella,
the
you're a
date
romantic
invitation would
type
be.
person. You should watch Ken Allen Dronesville. He's a poem writer. He's single.
Well,
That's
I am absolutely open to it. So you feel free to just do any and all matchmaking.
no, I'm
So
gonna let you listen to him, and then you
okay.
can get an idea what he's like. He's been in the military and everything. He's might be too old for you though. What age are you looking for?
I'm looking for mid-40s to mid-50s.
Yeah, he might be a little bit too old for you, but you should just listen to his poems. He's a very, very romantic man.
Aw.
So I'm going to put his link down in the description so you can check him out. His name's Ken Allen Dronesville. All you women who want to hear a sexy voice, check out this link. You get to the point you just don't want to hear somebody that's got a beautiful voice. He writes a lot of poetry. He actually has 3 or 4 books up on Amazon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. If you're a romantic man, you should check him out. It don't matter if you're a man or woman. Check out that link I just put up. His name. He's a very, 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 very romantic man.
Now,
He's
is he romantic in the sense that just his tone of voice is nice, or is he romantic in the sense of the content of what he says?
and what he says right now. I've never met him. I've never talked to him verbally over the messenger, but from listening to him, he has a very, very soft spoken voice. He's just a romantic guy, you know. I mean, his voice, now just like Nick Moore, he can describe a coin from Canada as very romantic coin, but he's married, but their voices, you know.
Well, good for
There's,
his wife.
I know, right?
You know, this kind of reminds me of the new Sandra Bullock movie called The Lost City, where she plays a romance writer. And of course, because it's a funny comedy, things go wrong. But while Channing Tatum is trying to save her, there are several sweet moments that become very romantic. And he turns to her and says, "If this was one of your romance novels, how would you write it?" And I have to say, the dialogue that she gives is so sweet and romantic. It's a little bit alluring, although, spoiler alert, they only have one kiss and it's at the very end of the movie. It's completely PG, nothing to worry about. But to hear the romantic descriptions she gives of if they happen to have been characters in her book rather than the real life they're in. So I think that women can be romantic as well as men.
Oh, I know. I just, I just like the Nick Moore. He'd just like, this coin is from Canada. It's
Well, I look forward to hearing him.
You want me to put his link up? He was in earlier.
Please do. In fact, next time have him on the panel, and we could have a trying to sound more romantic
Voice
competition.
romantic. Yeah, he was in earlier. He has a very, if you're like can't sleep, his voice calms you to go to sleep. I mean, I'm not saying that he's boring, but it's so relaxing.
Well, I
So
think that that is great. I'm a person who can fall asleep at the drop of a hat. So, but I could definitely use the relaxation, like when I come in from working out in the yard. It's those kind of times where I like to put on something quiet. Usually for me, it's an old hymn or it's violin, it's harp, it's classical music, just because that's the way that I was raised.
yeah, and I listen to these two when I can't sleep at night.
Well, I'm so sorry you're having trouble sleeping.
I'm okay. I'll be okay.
You can always come on live because you have thousands of friends who will keep you company or help lull you to sleep.
This one guy says, my friend Adam is looking for a mature woman. Oh, you know, guys, you need to give that up. I'm a bouncer. Okay. I'm 240 pounds, says Fat Crack. Well, okay. If I don't know you, I won't make you a mod. But if I know you, I'll make you a mod. So don't give me time to get to know you.
But whether you're a mod or not, make sure you click the thumbs up for Miss Southern
Exactly.
Belle.
The mods will check you out.
And it's a pleasure meeting everybody. Thank you so much, Miss Southern Belle, for inviting me to be on your panel today. I've had such a lovely time.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you came up. You are quite the host with the most. Yes,
Oh, you were so sweet to say that. You know, so many people with channels just have other people with channels promoting their channels or trying to get more subscribers. So I appreciate so much that you are so open-minded, caring, and kind to let a person who doesn't even have a channel up on your panel to include me in that way. I feel so honored.
Everybody can connect to you again. And text in there so everybody in here can check you out, and just subscribe to you. So if you can get 500, you can do the community post. So everybody check out.
I would so love to have a community
There
post.
she is. There she is. I'm going to make you, you know what? I'm going to just pin you.
Oh, wow. You just honor me in so many ways. This has just been such a delight today.
I have to unpin my other one, though.
Oh, no. I don't want to stand in the way of more people coming up onto your panel.
Oh, well, they're just going to ask. We'll just pin your link up there and let you be the star of the host show today.
Oh. Well, you were just the kindest, sweetest ever. I appreciate this.
I tell you what, some people just got to be different. Some people has got to say ugly things when they come into my channel. Well, I'm going to call it a day. And I'm going to tell everybody, thank you for coming in, Bella. I appreciate you. And everybody, make sure you connect each other. Bella, did you check everybody out that you wanted to check out?
There are so many names. I'm going to have to do some clicking after this is over.
Okay.
But I love
Okay.
that I've learned about coins, that I've found out a countess can be a person who counts, that there are collections of stories in books, all from different people up in the north. I have just learned more than I can even recapitulate.
Okay. And I appreciate you coming up, Bella. Everybody, remember to keep your faith as a must sheet. Go say you love your mother. Tomorrow's Mother's Day. Take her some beautiful flowers and just tell her you love her and how much you appreciate her for giving birth to you. Goodbye, everybody.